Welcome back to ZE Coins. Today we're going to explore one of the most surprising discoveries in modern coin collecting, the 1999 D Delaware quarter that was minted in 1787. Or was it? Yes, you heard that right, a 1999 D quarter with the incredible and rare mint mark of 1787, and some of these coins are fetching a jaw-dropping value of $1.6 million at auction. In today's video, we'll dive into its history, how such an error occurred, why collectors are going crazy for it, and what makes this coin worth a fortune. To understand this unique coin, we need to take a trip back to 1999, the start of one of the most beloved U.S. mint programs ever, the 50-state quarters program. The program aimed to celebrate each of the 50 states by releasing 5 new quarter designs every year, from 1999 to 2008. It was an exciting time for collectors, casual and serious alike. And it all began with the very first coin, Delaware. Representing the first state, the Delaware quarter featured a detailed engraving of Caesar Rodney, a founding father who famously rode through a stormy night to cast his crucial vote for independence in 1776. Now, let's get to the mysterious coin we're talking about today, the elusive 1999 D quarter that has an unusual error involving a mint mark from 1787. This coin, as it turns out, isn't just a typical Delaware quarter. In an unbelievable twist of fate, some of these quarters bear what looks like a 1787 date alongside the regular 1999 and the D mint mark. The Denver Mint, which produced millions of Delaware quarters, somehow ended up with a few coins where the mint mark appears to date back over 200 years. This is not something that anyone expected, and it has left collectors scratching their heads. So, how did this happen? One possible explanation is that it was an error caused during the die production process, potentially from a double striking mistake or an overuse of an old die that was somehow mislabeled. The result was a small batch of coins released into circulation with this astonishing flaw. But wait, how can a modern coin have a mint mark from 1787, the year the U.S. Constitution was being written, years before any quarters were even produced? Well, that's where the mystery deepens. There are a couple of theories. Some experts suggest it may have been the work of an intentional error or a modern engraving tool that slipped during production, resulting in this strange overlap. Another possibility is that the engraving team at the Mint, when testing designs and methods, accidentally used an impression referencing the year 1787, and it somehow made its way into production. 1787 was, after all, a crucial year in American history, with states joining the new union, and it's possible the date could have been used in a different context, possibly to commemorate something significant. However, the specifics remain shrouded in secrecy. Now, what makes this coin even more interesting is that this rare error was only discovered years later when collectors began inspecting their Delaware quarters more closely. Some coins were found to have this 1787 impression, and that's when the buzz began. Initially, these coins were sold for modest premiums at local auctions and on online marketplaces. But as word spread about their extreme rarity, the value began to skyrocket. Fast forward to today, and the value of this rare 1999 D 1787 mint mark quarter has taken the coin collecting world by storm. One of these coins recently sold for an astounding $1.6 million at auction. Yes, that's right, $1.6 million for a $250 coin. But why? What makes this particular error so valuable? Well, there are a few key factors at play here. First, it's all about rarity. To date, only a handful of these coins have been confirmed, making it one of the rarest quarters to come out of the entire 50-state quarters program. Rarity in the coin world equals value. The fewer there are, the more collectors are willing to pay. Secondly, condition matters. Coins that have been well preserved, without much wear and tear, are always worth significantly more. Some of the 1999 D 1787 mint mark quarters have been found in pristine condition, and it's those coins that command the highest prices. If the coin has been graded by an authority like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, as MS-67 or higher, you're looking at a massive payday. A coin graded MS-67, for example, means it is nearly flawless. And if it bears an error like the 1787 mint mark, that's where things get really exciting for collectors. But it's not just rarity and condition that matter, it's also about the story. The mystery behind the mint mark, the connection to 1787, and the pure historical intrigue have made this a coveted piece. In a world where many quarters are simply change for your morning coffee, this one stands out as an incredible treasure. So, what does this mean for you? Well, it's a good reminder to check your change. Most of us don't think twice about the coins we receive, but imagine if that quarter in your pocket is one of these ultra-rare treasures. You could be holding on to a piece of American history that's worth a fortune. Take a moment, examine the quarters you have. Look for the 1999 Delaware quarter with the Denver D mint mark. But also, pay attention, could there be a faint trace of 1787 on there? You never know, and it might just make you a millionaire. To those of you who are serious collectors, or perhaps just getting into the hobby, the thrill of the hunt is one of the greatest parts of coin collecting. Each coin tells a story, and every now and then, one tells a story that changes everything. The 1999 D 1787 mint mark quarter is a perfect example of that, a simple mistake, a mysterious engraving, and a huge payout. If you found this video fascinating and you want to learn more about other rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this $1.6 million quarter? Do you think there are more out there just waiting to be found? We'd love to hear your coin collecting stories. We're talking about an incredible coin that's been making headlines, the 1980 P mint mark quarter dollar, a coin that was recently valued at an astonishing $1.7 million. But why is this ordinary-looking coin worth so much money? Grab your magnifying glasses, folks, because we're about to explore its history, rarity, and what makes this coin a collector's dream. Before we dive into the value of the 1980 P mint mark quarter, let's take a brief trip back in time. It's 1980. Ronald Reagan was elected as president, the Rubik's Cube was taking the world by storm, and the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia was hard at work producing millions of coins to meet the demands of a bustling economy. One of these coins was the Washington quarter, a coin that's familiar to just about anyone who's used American currency. The Washington quarter, originally introduced in 1932, was designed to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. It was so popular that it stuck around as a regular circulating coin, featuring the iconic profile of the first president on the obverse and an American eagle on the reverse. In 1980, the Philadelphia Mint produced a huge number of these quarters. But there was something unique that year, something so rare that one coin recently fetched a price of $1.7 million at auction. You're probably asking yourself, what on earth could make a standard quarter worth that kind of money? Well, the answer lies in the subtle details, errors, mint marks, and what we collectors call varieties. So, let's talk about the mint mark. For coins produced in Philadelphia, they're often denoted by the letter P. The 1980 P quarter is one of the last years where the mint mark for Philadelphia was not consistently used on circulating coins. And for those of you who are new to the hobby, a mint mark is essentially a small letter on the coin that indicates where it was produced. Coins minted in Philadelphia were typically the workhorses of the coinage system, and they rarely got much special attention. Now, the most intriguing thing about this particular quarter is that, during 1980, a very small number of these coins left the mint with significant and extremely rare errors, errors that make collectors absolutely drool. What kind of errors, you ask? Well, there are a few possibilities. One of the key varieties found in the 1980 P quarters includes doubling, also called double die errors. This means that some of the design features, like Washington's profile or the inscriptions, appear slightly duplicated. A double die occurs during the coin striking process when the die itself is improperly manufactured, causing a doubling effect on the final coin. Another important error involves something called a planchet defect. A planchet is the blank piece of metal that is struck to become a coin. Sometimes, errors in the planchet, like missing clad layers, can cause some very interesting results, and collectors are always on the lookout for these rare gems. So, why $1.7 million? In early 2024, a 1980 p quarter went up for auction and stunned the collecting community. The coin was in near-perfect condition, graded at an MS-68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, or PCGS. To give you some context, a perfect grade is MS-70, and it's almost impossible to find a quarter from 1980 in such pristine condition, especially one with a minting error. The reason this coin fetched such an eye-watering amount comes down to a mix of condition, rarity, and sheer collector demand. Coins like this, with errors or varieties, are exceptionally scarce. The fact that it survived more than 4 decades without significant wear and was then authenticated as a mint error made it a true, one-of-a-kind piece. It's essentially a miracle that it survived pocket change, vending machines, and the test of time without getting damaged. To understand why condition is so important, let's quickly look at grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. Most quarters that are still floating around from 1980 have seen heavy circulation, they're scratched, worn, and show all the signs of daily use. Finding a 1980 quarter in MS-68 condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. When you add the rare error variety, it becomes a collector's ultimate prize. So, what does this mean for the value of your 1980 p quarter? Well, not every 1980 quarter is worth a fortune. If you've got a typical circulated coin, it's probably worth, well, about 25 cents. But if you find one in excellent condition, especially one with a visible error, you could be looking at hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. Coins with notable mint errors that are also in near-perfect condition can command significant prices at auction. However, what happened recently was truly exceptional. This $1.7 million coin wasn't just about rarity, it was also about the frenzy of the auction, 2 dedicated collectors going head-to-head, and the historical value that these types of coins carry. Now, here's where you come in. Do you have a 1980 quarter lying around? Maybe it's hiding in an old jar or tucked away in a drawer somewhere. Here's what you need to look for. First, check the mint mark. Is it a P? Then, take a closer look for any unusual features. Is there any doubling on the inscriptions, or perhaps a noticeable defect in the coin's surface? If you think you have something special, it might be worth getting it appraised by a professional coin grading service. Remember, condition is key. Even minor scratches can significantly reduce the value of a coin, so handle any potential treasure with care, preferably using gloves. So, there you have it, the story of the 1980 p quarter that became worth $1.7 million. It's a reminder that history can be hiding right in our pockets, and that sometimes the smallest details can make the biggest difference. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, be sure to give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories of rare finds and valuable treasures. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next one to discover a $1 million coin. We're diving deep into a coin that has recently been making waves among collectors, the 1991 p mint mark quarter dollar. Now, believe it or not, some of these quarters have been valued at an astonishing $1.9 million. That's right. Let's explore why this quarter is turning heads, what makes it so special, and why it could be worth a fortune. The 1991 p mint mark quarter is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932, honoring the first president of the United States, George Washington. The p mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the major facilities of the United States Mint. In 1991, millions of Washington quarters were struck at Philadelphia. For most people, these coins were just regular pocket change, useful for a soda, a parking meter, or a quick purchase. However, as with any mass-produced item, not all quarters are created equal. Errors, unique varieties, and other anomalies can elevate the value of an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly makes some 1991p mint mark quarters worth so much money? Well, the value often comes down to a few key factors: rarity, minting errors, condition, and the presence of certain unique features that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. In the world of coin collecting, errors are like jackpots. A minting error occurs when something goes wrong during the coin production process. These errors can create a wide variety of anomalies: double dies, off-center strikes, or even misprints. The 1991p quarter is particularly known for having a rare double die variety, where the details of the coin, such as the letters or numbers, appear doubled. This kind of error significantly increases the value of the coin. Imagine finding a quarter where the word Liberty appears twice. Collectors go crazy for these MS-grade coins. The next thing that drives the value of these quarters is their condition. Coins that are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC can receive a mint state, MS, grade, which indicates how well preserved they are. The 1991p quarter that fetched $1.9 million was in exceptional condition, graded as MS 68 or higher. Only a handful of these coins exist in such pristine condition, making them extremely valuable. The absence of scratches, wear, and the overall luster can make the difference between a 25-cent coin and $1 million treasure. Another important factor is the population of high-grade 1991p quarters. Coins graded at MS 68 or MS 69 are incredibly rare, and collectors who want to complete their sets are willing to pay astronomical prices for these top-tier examples. The concept of low population in the coin market means that there are very few coins of this particular type and quality available. Combine this with high demand, and you get a perfect recipe for skyrocketing value. So, how did a quarter that you might have in your pocket end up selling for $1.9 million? Well, this happened at a major coin auction that brought together some of the most dedicated collectors in the world. The coin in question was a 1991p mint mark quarter in perfect condition, with a remarkable minting error that made it one of a kind. These types of auctions attract the wealthiest collectors, and when two or more bidders are determined to win, the price can soar dramatically. It's important to note that this type of sale is extremely rare, and the specific factors that led to the $1.9 million price tag included not just the coin's pristine condition but also the buzz generated around its rarity. There may have been only one or two known examples in such an immaculate state, which led to an intense bidding war. Now, let's talk about how you can identify if your 1991p quarter is potentially worth a fortune. Here are some steps to follow. First, confirm that you have a 1991p quarter. The mint mark P will be located just below the "In God We Trust" inscription on the obverse side. Use a magnifying glass to closely inspect the coin. Look for any doubling in the letters or numbers, especially in words like Liberty, In God We Trust, or the year 1991. A double die error can make your quarter significantly more valuable. The coin's condition is crucial. Look for a coin that has minimal to no wear, sharp details, and a bright, original luster. If you think your coin is in exceptional condition, it may be worth getting it professionally graded. If your coin appears to be in fantastic shape and you suspect it could be valuable, consider sending it to a professional grading service. A high MS rating can drastically increase the value of your coin, but be mindful that grading services do come with a fee. Not every 1991p mint mark quarter is worth millions, but they can still hold substantial value. Most quarters in average circulated condition are worth their face value, 25 cents. However, if you have a quarter with visible errors or in mint state condition, you could be looking at hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, a 1991p quarter in MS 65 condition might sell for anywhere between $50 and $100. If you're fortunate enough to have one with a significant mint error, such as a double die or an off-center strike, the value could jump up to several $1,000s, depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. As of now, the highest recorded sale for a 1991 P quarter was $1.9 million, but it's important to remember that this is a rare case. Typically, high-grade examples that are free of errors but in excellent condition might fetch between $1,000 to $5,000 at auction. So, what does this mean for you? The next time you come across a 1991 P quarter, don't just toss it into your change jar without a second thought. Take a closer look, you might be holding a hidden gem. Rare coins are out there, and part of the excitement of collecting is knowing that valuable finds can be hiding in plain sight. Remember, the key factors are minting errors, condition, and rarity. If you find something that matches these criteria, it might be worth having it professionally evaluated. Who knows? You could be the next person to stumble upon $1 million coin. We are diving deep into the history, value, and the intriguing reasons behind the high valuation of one of the most mysterious quarters ever minted, the 1994 P Mint Mark quarter dollar. Could it really be worth a whopping $1.8 million? Let's uncover all the details. You might have heard recently that a 1994 quarter, marked with the Philadelphia P Mint mark, was sold or valued at a staggering $1.8 million. That's right. A simple-looking quarter, probably similar to what's jangling in your pocket right now, has been making waves in the coin community. But what makes this coin so special? Is every 1994 P quarter worth a fortune, or is there something unique about a particular version of this coin? Let's start by talking about the coin itself. The 1994 P quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in production since 1932, originally issued to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The Washington Quarter was an immediate success, and the design remained largely unchanged for decades. Was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is represented by the P Mint mark just above the year on the obverse side of the coin. It features the classic John Flanagan bust of George Washington on the obverse, with the reverse showing the image of the American bald eagle, a symbol of freedom and power. In 1994, millions of these quarters were produced by the U.S. Mint. Philadelphia, alone, struck about 880 million quarters that year, which makes it quite common in terms of total mintage. With such a high production number, you'd think the 1994 P quarter wouldn't be particularly valuable, but you'd be wrong. At least for a special version of this coin. The answer to this lies in the specifics, and the magic word is errors and varieties. Coin errors and varieties are known to create massive price hikes, and the 1994 P quarter is no exception. Let me explain a few key details. Is attributed to one very specific and extremely rare error version of the 1994 P quarter, a unique mint error that collectors dream of owning. Error coins are produced when something goes wrong during the minting process, leading to interesting and sometimes beautiful mistakes. For the 1994 P quarter, the most notable errors include double strikes, off-center strikes, and a rumored double die obverse point. One of the rarest and most valuable errors found in a 1994 P quarter is a striking mistake where the quarter was struck on a foreign planchet or the wrong metal composition. These types of errors are incredibly rare, and they can push the value of the coin into the stratosphere. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The grade of a coin, which is determined by a professional grading company, will significantly influence its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS, mint state, 70 being perfect, with no flaws visible under magnification. A 1994 P quarter that has a rare error and is in MS67 or MS68 condition could attract enormous interest from collectors and investors alike. One particular 1994 P quarter in high mint state condition and featuring a remarkable error was valued at $1.8 million, partly because of its rarity and partly because of its pristine condition. Only a handful of coins reach these higher grades, making them exceedingly desirable. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why $1.80 million? This staggering valuation isn't for your average 1994 P quarter but rather for a coin with a perfect storm of desirability, an extreme rarity combined with impeccable condition. According to reports, this quarter was graded by a reputable grading agency, and its value shot up due to an intense bidding war among collectors looking for that crown jewel of a coin. It's also important to note that the coin market can be unpredictable. Prices can rise and fall based on demand, hype, and economic factors. The $1.8 million valuation was likely a result of a combination of an auction setting, high-grade rarity, and intense competition among collectors. So while not every 1994 P quarter is worth millions, it shows how unique circumstances can lead to sky-high values. To better understand why these error coins can become so valuable, let's briefly talk about the history of mint errors. In the past, minting technology wasn't as advanced as it is today. Errors like double dies, clipped planchets, and off-centers were more common and largely went unnoticed. However, with modern quality control, mint errors have become rarer, and scarcity often means high value to collectors. In the case of the 1994 P quarter, any major minting error is likely the result of an unintentional mishap during production, and its survival to this day is a testament to just how rare it is. This particular quarter stands out due to the combination of its rarity, error, and immaculate condition. If you have a 1994 P quarter at home, it's worth taking a closer look. Here are some steps you can take to determine if it could be valuable. Examine the coin for anything unusual like off-center strikes or missing design elements. Look for doubling in the inscriptions or George Washington's profile. If your coin shows no signs of wear and appears almost flawless, it might be worth sending it for professional grading. To know if you have a truly rare variety, consider having the coin appraised by a professional grading company like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. The average 1994 P quarter, especially those that show signs of circulation, will typically only be worth its face value of 25 cents. However, a well-preserved quarter with a rare error can fetch hundreds, thousands, or even, as we saw, millions of dollars, depending on the error type and condition. Currently, in online auctions and coin dealer inventories, a mint state 1994 P quarter without errors might be worth between $5 to $30. However, if there's a unique mint error, prices can range dramatically. The $1.8 million valuation is an outlier, representing the perfect mix of rarity, condition, and collector interest. The world of coin collecting is constantly evolving. Keep an eye on auctions, coin shows, and online listings to understand current market trends. Coins in better condition are almost always more valuable. If you come across a 1994 P quarter that looks brand new, it's worth setting aside. If you think you have a rare coin, consider having it graded. A graded coin's value is often much higher than an ungraded one, especially for rare varieties. We're going to explore the fascinating history behind the 1995 P Mint Mark quarter, what makes it so unique, and if it truly could be worth a staggering $1.7 million. Stick around, you won't want to miss this incredible story. Let's start with a bit of background. The year 1995 wasn't a particularly special year for quarters at first glance. It was a typical year of production at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P Mint mark. This mark identifies where the coin was struck. The Philadelphia Mint has long been a major production facility for U.S. coinage. The 1995 P quarter is from the standard Washington quarter series that began in 1932 and features George Washington's profile on the obverse side. But what makes certain coins like the 1995 P so valuable? It comes down to several factors: rarity, condition, errors, and demand among collectors. Coin collecting, or numismatics, is a fascinating world where small details can mean the difference between a coin worth just 25 cents and one worth $1 million. Now, let's talk about mint errors. In the world of coin collecting, error coins are highly prized. When something goes wrong during the minting process, like a double strike, an off-center press, or a planchet error, the resulting coins can be rare and incredibly valuable. With the 1995 P quarter, there are a few reported error varieties, including doubling on the obverse side. This doubling can be subtle and hard to spot with the naked eye, which is why collectors use magnifying glasses or microscopes to verify authenticity. One of the most talked about varieties is the double die error. In simple terms, doubling happens when a coin's die strikes twice, slightly out of alignment. In some rare cases of the 1995 P, collectors have noticed faint doubling in areas such as Liberty or In God We Trust. When these errors are confirmed, the value of the coin skyrockets because of its rarity and desirability. But what about this $1.7 million claim? Let's break that down. Most 1995 P quarters you find in circulation will not be worth more than face value, maybe a few dollars if they're in particularly good condition. However, rumors have circulated within the numismatic community that a specific 1995 P quarter, in perfect condition and with a notable error, was valued at $1.7 million. This valuation could have been driven by auction hype or misinformation, but it's important to know the truth before diving into your coin jar hoping for a payday. Coins can indeed reach extraordinary prices at auctions, especially if they are rare, in mint state condition, and have verifiable errors. One notable example is the 1933 St. Gaudens Double Eagle that sold for over $18 million in 2021. For the 1995 P quarter, however, there has been no confirmed sale at $1.7 million as of now. While it's possible that a unique error coin could attract a high bid, it's crucial to distinguish between rumors and reality. So, what is the realistic value of a 1995 P quarter today? For a regular 1995 P quarter in circulated condition, you're looking at roughly 25 cents to $1. However, if you have an uncirculated version, one that looks as though it has just left the mint, the value can be higher. Prices for these coins might range from $5 to $25, depending on their condition. The key to unlocking more value is finding one with a significant error or in near-perfect condition, known as MS68 or higher. Grading is an essential part of the process. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional services like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. If your 1995 P quarter is graded MS67 or higher, you're in luck. The value could range anywhere from $50 to several $100s, depending on market demand. However, an MS68 grade or higher could push that value into the thousands, especially if there is a visible error. To give you an idea of current market value, let's check some recent sales. On popular auction sites and coin marketplaces, a 1995 P quarter graded at MS67 has sold for upwards of $300. If it's an error coin, like a double die, the price could go even higher. Some collectors are willing to pay significant sums for unique examples, and that's where the high valuations, like $1.7 million, come into play as rumors. But again, a confirmed sale of that magnitude has yet to be documented. So, how do you know if you've got a valuable 1995 P quarter? First, examine it closely. Look for signs of errors, doubling, off-center strikes, or anything unusual. If it looks like it could be a rare find, it's worth getting it graded by a professional service. A small investment in grading can lead to a significant return if the coin turns out to be valuable. Remember, while the dream of finding $1 million coin is enticing, the reality is that it's extremely rare. However, coins like the 1995 P quarter are still worth searching for. Not only is it exciting, but it's also a great way to learn more about history and numismatics. Even if your coin isn't worth millions, it might still have value to the right collector or as a cherished piece of your own collection. We're diving into the fascinating story of a seemingly humble quarter that has captivated collectors and investors around the world. This is the story of the 1999 P quarter, also known by the 1787 mint mark, a coin so unique that its current market value has soared to an incredible $1.5 million. So, what makes this quarter so special, and why is it worth so much money? Let's find out. Before we get into the specifics of this remarkable coin, let's take a brief journey back in time. The quarter dollar has been an essential part of American currency for decades, evolving significantly since its inception in 1796. But what makes this 1999 quarter so special? The key lies in the year 1787, a very symbolic number in American history. It's the year the United States Constitution was signed. The year 1787 on this particular quarter represents a throwback to an important era in U.S. history, but the true intrigue lies in the way it was marked, its minting era, and its rarity. Now let's take a closer look at this quarter's fascinating mint mark. Mint marks are small symbols on a coin that indicate where the coin was produced. The mint mark P on our coin represents the Philadelphia Mint, which has a rich history of producing U.S. currency. The intriguing part of this story comes with the error found on the 1999 P quarter that features the 1787 inscription. What really makes this quarter unique, and why collectors are willing to pay such high prices, is an unusual minting error that occurred during its production. This error led to a quarter that shouldn't exist as it does, featuring mismatched dates and unique design features that have sparked the interest of numismatists everywhere. The 1787 mint mark is believed to have been mistakenly used during the production of a limited batch of 1999 quarters. Some experts suggest this was a die mix-up, where an element from a commemorative series featuring the early history of the U.S. ended up being stamped onto a regular quarter. This unexpected combination of a 1999 coin with an inscription from 1787 makes it an incredibly rare collector's item. The 1999 P. 1787 quarter is so rare that only a handful are known to exist today. Its unique error is not something that can be replicated, making it a true one-of-a-kind collectible. Just imagine stumbling upon a coin like this, one that transforms a mere 25 cents into $1 million treasure. The specific coin that fetched $1.5 million was in pristine condition, classified as MS-68 by grading experts. In the world of coin collecting, the better the condition of the coin, the higher the value. With so few examples of this particular mint error, and even fewer that are well preserved, this quarter became one of the most coveted coins in recent memory. So, how can you identify this incredibly rare quarter if you happen to have a stash of change sitting around? Well, here are some things you need to look out for. First, check the date. You'll want to see if the quarter is from 1999 and also has the mysterious 1787 inscription. Second, look for the mint mark P, which should be on the front side of the coin, just beneath the motto, "In God We Trust." If you find anything that matches these features, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Keep in mind that condition is everything. Even if you do find one, the value will vary depending on how well preserved the coin is. Coins with scratches, discoloration, or other damage may not fetch as high a price, but they're still worth far more than their face value. The world of coin collecting is ever-changing, with trends often shifting based on discoveries, auctions, and collector interest. The value of the 1999 P. 1787 quarter has increased substantially over the past few years due to its rarity and the growing demand for error coins. Currently, the market value of a pristine 1787 quarter is estimated to be around $1.5 million, but this value is likely to change as more collectors enter the market and the scarcity of these coins continues to increase. Even less than perfect examples can sell for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Auction houses, especially those specializing in rare coins, have seen competitive bidding for pieces like this one. Some private collectors are willing to pay sky-high prices for the opportunity to own such a unique piece of American history. If you're hoping to get into coin collecting or want to increase your chances of finding a valuable coin like this one, here are some tips. Always check your pocket change, especially coins from the late 20th century and early 2000s. Rare and error coins often find their way into circulation by accident. Coin shows and local dealers can provide valuable insight into what to look for, and sometimes you can stumble upon a hidden treasure at a great price. If you think you found a rare coin, get it professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. This will not only confirm the authenticity of the coin but also help in accurately valuing it. The 1999 p. 1787 quarter dollar is a perfect example of why coin collecting can be so exciting. It's a small piece of metal that connects us to history and has the potential to be worth a life-changing amount of money. So, the next time you have a handful of change, take a moment to look closely. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. We're exploring a coin that has stunned collectors and the general public alike, a seemingly ordinary 2016 D Mint Mark quarter that turned out to be worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. A regular-looking quarter that might be hiding in your pocket or coin jar could actually be worth millions. Grab a cup of coffee and let's uncover the secrets behind this incredible story. Now, let's start with a bit of history. Back in 2016, the United States Mint released several quarters as part of the America the Beautiful series. This ongoing series features national parks and other significant American landmarks, and in 2016, we saw designs honoring places like Cumberland Gap in Kentucky, Harper's Ferry in West Virginia, and Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota. Each of these quarters had different mint marks, indicating where they were minted. Today, we're particularly interested in the D Mint mark, which means it was produced in Denver. The Denver Mint, founded in 1906, is well known for producing billions of coins annually for circulation. But what makes the 2016 D Mint Mark quarter so special? Well, the story is both fascinating and a bit mysterious. It turns out that there was a small batch of 2016 D Mint Mark quarters that had a very unique error, a mistake made during production. Coin errors can make ordinary currency incredibly valuable to collectors, and that was exactly the case with this quarter. These weren't your usual run-of-the-mill scratches or off-center strikes. This error involved a rare double die or even a potential misstrike, where the coin's details were accidentally duplicated, making it look blurry or even giving it an extra set of design elements. Errors like these are sometimes not caught during the production process and end up getting released into circulation. So, how did this little mistake turn into a $1 million payday? Well, for coin collectors, rarity is everything. If a particular error or variety is extremely rare, collectors are willing to pay huge sums for it. The 2016 D Mint Mark quarter with this error quickly caught the attention of numismatists, the official name for coin collectors, and once verified, the coin market started buzzing. These error coins are like the unicorns of the coin world. When a unique error occurs and it's verified, it becomes a one-of-a-kind piece of history. It's not just a quarter anymore, it's a story about a moment at the mint, a slip-up that no one noticed until years later. But this particular quarter's value really took off because of its pristine condition. It's known as MS-67 on the Sheldon coin grading scale, which means it's almost flawless. Finding any circulated coin in such immaculate condition is rare, but finding an error coin in this grade is like striking gold. When this coin went up for auction, bidding wars erupted, and eventually, it was sold for a staggering $1.30 million. So, why was it worth that much? Let's break it down. First, rarity plays the biggest role here. Only a handful of these coins exist, and even fewer are in such great condition. Secondly, there's the collector's emotional value. Many coin enthusiasts are fascinated by the imperfections that tell a story of something going wrong at the mint, a human or mechanical error that, ironically, makes the coin much more special. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable 2016 D Mint Mark quarters? Here are a few tips. Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and closely inspect the details of your coin. You're looking for something unusual, a doubling of letters or numbers, an extra outline of Washington's head, or any signs that the coin didn't come out quite right. The error may not be obvious at first glance, but these small discrepancies are exactly what could turn a 25-cent piece into a $1 million collectible. And remember, the condition matters too. Even if you find an error, if the coin has been heavily circulated, meaning it's full of scratches, dents, or discoloration, it won't be worth nearly as much. The value of error coins depends heavily on their state of preservation. So what is the current market value of this coin? Well, since the $1.3 million sale, there has been a lot of speculation about whether more of these coins are out there. Right now, the value of a 2016 D mint mark error quarter in perfect condition could still fetch hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dollars at auction. If you think you have a 2016 D mint mark quarter with an error, it's crucial to get it graded by a professional service, like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These services will certify the authenticity and condition of your coin, which could mean the difference between a few $100s and $1 million payday. Now, let's talk about the big question: could you have one of these quarters in your change jar at home? It's definitely possible. Given that millions of quarters are produced every year, there's always a chance that rare error coins like these slip through the cracks. But finding one would take patience, a keen eye, and maybe a bit of luck. Who knows? Your next trip to the grocery store could result in some serious treasure hunting. Before we wrap up, here are some final tips for all you aspiring coin hunters out there. You never know what you might find in your pocket. Even modern coins can be worth a fortune. Get familiar with what different types of errors look like and what mint marks represent. The more you know, the easier it will be to spot something valuable. A good magnifying glass, coin sleeves, and reference books on U.S. coins can be invaluable. If you think you have a valuable coin, professional grading services can authenticate it for you and help you understand its true worth. The story of the 2016 D mint mark quarter is a reminder that even the smallest and most overlooked things in our daily lives can hold incredible value. It's all about knowing where to look and having the curiosity to dig deeper. Who knew that a tiny mistake made at the Denver Mint could lead to $1 million fortune? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and treasure hunts. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy hunting, everyone. We have a truly exciting story about one of the most valuable modern coins ever discovered, a 2002 $2 coin that has a mint mark, P1812, and has been valued at an astonishing $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that most of us might not even look twice at, but this one could buy you a luxury house or a few supercars. Asterisk now, this isn't just any quarter. Today, we're diving deep into the history, the mysteries, and, of course, the jaw-dropping value behind this incredibly rare 2002 mint mark quarter. So stick around as we uncover why this quarter is so special, how it came to be, and what makes it worth such an eye-watering amount. Asterisk. Let's start with a little history. The year 2002 was an important one for collectors of U.S. quarters, as it was during the highly popular 50-state quarters program. This program was initiated by the U.S. Mint back in 1999 and ran until 2008, with each quarter representing one of the 50 states. The 2002 coins featured states like Tennessee, Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana, and Mississippi. Asterisk. These coins were issued from three major minting facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. And each of these coins carried a mint mark, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for the San Francisco Mint. But, what makes the P1812 mint mark so special? Alright, here's where things get interesting. The P1812 mint mark found on this particular 2002 quarter is not supposed to exist. It's a one-of-a-kind minting anomaly that has left even the most experienced numismatists scratching their heads. Normally, the Philadelphia mint mark is simply the letter P. But the P1812 refers to an incredibly rare error, or perhaps even a special commemorative strike that somehow made its way out of the mint. Some believe that this coin was never meant to be in public circulation and might have been an experimental or prototype piece. Others suggest that it could have been the result of a deliberate modification made by a mint employee, a practice that has led to some of the rarest coins in history. Asterisk. So, what's the big deal? Why is this quarter worth $1.4 million? Well, to answer that, we need to understand the concept of rarity and demand in the world of coin collecting. Coin collectors are always searching for unique pieces, and nothing attracts more attention than an error or a mystery mint mark that shouldn't exist. The P1812 designation has never been seen before on any modern U.S. coin, making it a true numismatic treasure. In 2023, this very quarter went to auction, sparking a bidding frenzy among collectors and investors. The final price? A jaw-dropping $1.4 million. The price was so high because of several factors: its impeccable condition, the fact that it's a unique error, and its historical mystery. The story behind this coin makes it more than just a quarter, it's a piece of history, a conversation starter, and a valuable artifact. Another important reason why this coin fetched such an enormous price is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless specimen. This particular 2002 P1812 quarter was graded as a near-perfect 69 by a top grading company, making it one of the best preserved examples ever found. For collectors, condition is everything. Even a tiny scratch can significantly reduce a coin's value. But this coin was nearly flawless, it's as if it just rolled off the minting press yesterday. Now, let's dive into some of the theories surrounding this coin. The P1812 mint mark has led to some wild speculation. Some numismatists believe that this coin could have been minted to commemorate a historical event connected to 1812, possibly as an experimental tribute that was never officially announced. Others think it could have been a minting error or the engraving for the mint mark somehow mixed up with a different die. There's even a theory that this coin could have been intentionally made by a mint worker who wanted to create a unique piece. Throughout history, there have been instances where mint employees have struck coins for themselves, leading to some of the rarest coins ever. The 1933 Double Eagle, anyone? Okay, let's get practical. What if you come across a 2002 quarter and think it might have a unique mint mark like P1812? The first thing you should do is examine it closely. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the mint mark. If you see anything out of the ordinary, it's time to consult a professional. Get in touch with a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to have the coin authenticated. If it turns out to be the real deal, you could be holding on to a life-changing fortune. Just remember, genuine rare coins are extremely hard to come by, so manage your expectations, but keep your eyes open, there are treasures out there. Now, you might be wondering, is this coin still valued at $1.4 million today? The coin market is like any other, it fluctuates based on demand and collector interest. Right now, experts estimate that if this P1812 quarter went to auction again, it could even surpass its previous sale price due to the growing interest in modern mint errors. Coins like this are not only valuable because of the metal they're made of but because of the story they tell and the rarity they represent. The allure of finding something that no one else has, especially in a series as widely collected as U.S. quarters, is what makes this coin so special. It's like the modern-day treasure hunt that keeps people sifting through their change, hoping to hit the jackpot. So there you have it, folks, the incredible story of the 2002 P1812 mint mark quarter. From its mysterious origins to its million-dollar price tag, this coin is a true symbol of why coin collecting is so exciting. It goes to show that even the smallest pieces of metal in our pockets can hold immense historical and monetary value. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin stories. And remember, always check your change, you never know when you might find $1 million treasure. Until next time, happy hunting.